I often get asked, what is private equity and why are they involved in my industry? My goal here is to give you a real quick snapshot of how they operate and what they do. Private equity firms essentially are comprised of professional investors whose goal is to buy private businesses with the objective of making a profit from it. They essentially buy, improve, and flip the business, trying to achieve the largest return possible. This is an alternative to investing, for example, in stocks or bonds. In general, private equity funds will generate a higher return relative to the public market alternatives. So, how do they operate? So private equity funds raise capital from a variety of investors. Many times they're large pension funds, endowments, etc. And they deploy that capital into buying or investing into different portfolio companies. What you'll typically find though is they have an incentive to deploy that capital very quickly because they charge an annual fee to their investors whether they deploy it or not. If they fail to deploy it quickly, they're going to be unlikely to raise capital in the future. And most private equity firms are in the business of fundraising on a continual basis. Typically, every 3 to 4 years, they're out raising the next fund. Private equity funds are typically one of the most prevalent buyers in the current market. And the reason is because they have to deploy this capital. They are out there and aggressively trying to invest. That's their full-time job. Alternatively, many strategics are operators. They've got their daytime job that they have to do. And so acquisition opportunity, even if it's perfect, often is a nuisance and a disturbance to their day-to-day reality. And so what you typically are finding in the current market is the highest valuations and the fastest processes are associated with private equity firms. Now remember, private equity firms are professional buyers. They've done this hundreds of times and they're surrounded by advisors that also have done it many, many times. So if you're going to sell to them, I highly encourage you to surround yourself with a dream team that can help level the playing field.